This is your stimulus check update and stimulus package update for Friday, April 24th. We're going to go over stimulus checks, unemployment, PPP loans, and potential future stimulus packages. Starting with the $1,200 stimulus checks. If you're planning to get a paper check, I recommend trying the portal again. The reason I say this is because I was one of those people that every time I entered in my information, the portal would spit something out saying, "Payment status not available." And I almost threw my computer up out the window. However, I tried again earlier today, and guess what? I got in. So there's hope. I know millions of people have had problems with the portal, and I know the portal sucks. But hey, it just started working for me. And some of you might be thinking, whatever, I'll just get my paper check. But I want to let you know now that you still have time to enter in your banking information in order for you to get a direct deposit. I highly encourage you to do that because you could be waiting for who knows how long. Everything seems to get delayed, so imagine the delays for sending out physical checks. Sounds like a disaster to me. Some checks are going to be sent to the wrong address, some checks are going to get lost in the mail. So the portal is the best bet. We even heard the Treasury Secretary saying that they want people to continue using the portal. But yeah, comment below if the same situation happened to you where you were trying to get in the portal and it wouldn't let you, but maybe now it's working. Or just let me know if it's still not working for you. And I really hope everyone gets their first stimulus check very soon, if you haven't already. In my last update, I mentioned the Senate passed the $480 billion package, the PPP and Healthcare Enhancement Act, to provide additional funding to small businesses, hospitals, and to expand testing. Now the House has approved it. The President has already indicated his support and should sign the bill shortly. That means we will have $300 billion in additional PPP funding. I'm going to go over some FAQs about that later in this video. We are also getting $10 billion in additional funding for the EIDL grants. These are the extra $1,000 stimulus checks that people have been talking about. Now, some YouTubers are being a little misleading on this. No, it's not an extra $1,000 stimulus check just like the $1,200 stimulus checks. It's an extra $1,000 per employee. I'm going to get into more details in a second. It doesn't just apply to everyone. So let's quickly go over who qualifies and how to get this money. At the making of this video, the site says it is not accepting applications because there is no available money left. That is true, but more money is on the way. As soon as Trump signs the package, another $10 billion will be available for grant money. Now, this money is going to go very quick. It is not a loan. This is grant money that you do not have to pay back. As I mentioned, there is currently no set date for when this site will go back live. I predict it may go live secretly because they don't want a whole lot of people all going at the exact same time. I would bookmark this site and check it often. To qualify, you must be a small business with less than 500 employees. This includes sole proprietorships, independent contractors, and the self-employed. So if you have a side hustle or a business and it was affected by the current events, hop on this. This is free money that's not going to last long. You could potentially get up to $10,000 depending on the number of employees you have. So if it's just you, it's $1,000. If it's you and your spouse, that's $2,000. If it's you and 9 other people, it's $10,000. I applied for this when it first came out and I actually just got my payment earlier this week. I talk about it in my previous update, so make sure you check that out when you get a chance. Now moving on to unemployment benefits. So far, we have 44 states paying out the $600 per week in federal assistance, which is good news. Some states are ahead of others. Now, we already know who usually qualifies for unemployment, but due to the current events, it expanded to cover self-employed, independent contractors, sole proprietors, and gig economy workers. For example, Uber drivers and Lyft drivers. Now, I'm from Maryland and it may be different in your state. Self-employed people like myself who have had their businesses affected by the current events, we haven't been able to apply for unemployment online at all. But now the Department of Labor in Maryland has announced they are launching a new one-stop shop for unemployment insurance applications. This is great news. I'm curious to know what the status is in other states, so let me know in the comments. It is recommended when you're using your state's unemployment site, use it during off-peak hours. Regarding potential future stimulus packages, everyone has been talking about the $2,000 per month stimulus checks, the Emergency Money for the People Act. I've been talking about it on my channel. The new update is we're just going to have to wait and see what happens. Now, we did get word from Mitch McConnell saying debt is a genuine concern. So it seems like they are trying to pump the brakes before getting any more stimulus passed. I want to very quickly cover what some of these concerns might be. There are some long-term consequences with just continuing to pass more and more stimulus. I'm going to make it simple. Here are 3 bullet points to consider. Perhaps we end up spending trillions and trillions of dollars that we don't have to solve a crisis that can't be fixed by spending more money. Number 2, debt is eventually supposed to be paid back. Who is going to pay off this debt? You and me, the future generations, and that is quite a burden to carry. Inflation, everything will cost more and the value of the dollar will decrease. These are just a few concerns that I'm highlighting. There are many other concerns. But let's face it, Americans need the money. $1,200 is simply not enough. Personally, I'm thinking the $2,000 per month, it could happen. We don't know how long these current events are going to last. Congress is going to have a fun time wrestling with this. I'll keep you updated. And now some quick FAQs on the PPP loans. How do I apply for a small business loan through the Paycheck Protection Program? First, gather all the necessary information needed to fill out an application form. Then you must contact an SBA approved lender. You can do this by typing in your zip code on the SBA website. Applications will be handled on a first come, first served basis. So I recommend, even though at the making of this video they are not accepting online applications, you might want to contact the bank you're planning to get a loan from and see if you can get in line. My bank never responded to my first application. Should I reapply? So again, it's a first come, first served process. Many banks continued accepting applications after the program's initial funds were exhausted. So you should check with your banks and see where you stand for when the new money comes in. I'm a sole proprietor. Can I use the loan to pay my own salary? Yes, you can calculate your payroll by adding up wages, commissions, income, or net earnings from self-employment or similar compensation. The Treasury Department lists owner compensation replacement among the allowable costs for a PPP loan. How do I prove that my business needs a loan? The new loans are available to any business for which current economic uncertainty makes the loan necessary to support your ongoing operations. Your lender will determine whether you qualify without a separate SBA review, although the SBA will check to see whether you have already received one. How much money can my business receive through the new loan program? The Paycheck Protection Program provides small business loans of up to $10 million to cover payroll and certain other expenses, or 2.5 times your total payroll expenses for the loan period. What if the money runs out again? The money is actually expected to disappear faster this time because so many applications are going to be going in at once. If the money runs out, we are going to have to wait on Congress to go and approve more money. Your best bet is to stay updated. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. I will continue to provide new updates regarding everything stimulus. It's like my new favorite word. If you found any value from this video, don't forget to hit the like button. I really appreciate all the support. Thank you so much for watching this video. I can't wait to see you in the next one. Peace.